Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala ahli wa sahbihi wa sallam wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the second rak'ah, the Imam recited a very powerful ayah that a lot of us, all the ayats of the Quran or ayats of the Quran are very powerful. But there was a very specific message which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam to tell this ummah. That قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Allah says, say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, to them, to the Muslims, to the companions, to the Sahabas, if you love Allah, فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Follow me, follow my traditions, follow my sunnah, follow the narrations, the hadith and the actions. This is what comprises of the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His character, the way he was, the way he interacted, his mu'amala, all of these things is why Allah has made him the best example for mankind. The Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, one of the greatest traits and characteristics he had was generosity. And there was no time he was more generous than in Ramadan. In Ramadan he was so generous, the description that was given of him was that he was as generous as the wind. Karrih, the wind. Why was wind used to describe his generosity? Because when wind touches the body of anyone, it doesn't care whether you are male or female, whether you are hafidh or not, whether you are imam or not, whether you are black or white or Caucasian, whatever color. It doesn't matter if you are Indian, Nigerian. It doesn't matter if you are the one taking shahi or giving shahi. The wind will touch you regardless. That is how generous he was, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And in Ramadan it was more. Why am I bringing this? We're at a time where in our ummah there are people that do not have suhoor or iftar. In our part of the world, the past 20 years has been very difficult for a people from a particular demographic because of insecurity, because of lack of infrastructure. So many things have become difficult that today you have people that are performing iftar with leaves to break their fast. But you and I have the comfort of eating a meal in our home. We have the comfort of sitting with family, of enjoying companionship, that you eat so much you even throw away remnants. But there are people in this ummah today that do not have suhoor wa iftar. فَإِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. This is not a trait for us to even want to hear. Or this is not a situation we should hear and not do something about. So I want to call on each and every one of us in this masjid, listening to this talk today, or those that will watch this on whatever platform. This is not the Ramadan for you to fill up your tables with food. This is the Ramadan for you to give of your wealth. Give of everything that you have. Give as much as you can, because there are people that are suffering beyond what you and I can understand. It is really hard and really difficult. Look, we know what is happening today in this country, for example, where the minimum wage of a worker, even a civil servant, cannot afford to buy a bag of rice. Sah? They can't afford to buy a bag of rice. Some that can even afford to are not buying bags of rice. They are cutting it into half or probably buying a quarter. So many people are in difficulty. Give of whatever you have. Don't be afraid of poverty. This is what Shaitan inspires in us. That, oh, if you give, you cannot pay the house rent. You cannot buy the car. You cannot buy fuel. who gives you what you have? Is it not Allah? So give for His sake. Give for the sake of Allah. Feed people. Don't wait for anyone to tell you go and do it. Go and do it. And this nasiha starts with even myself. I have sat and I have thought and I have rummaged in my head. What can I do? And so the first thing is to inspire people to do the good by setting an example myself. So this night, I pledged the sum of 1 million naira to the Alnoor Masjid for feeding of anyone fi sabilillah. I do not have, but Allah will make it easy for me to redeem that pledge. I pledge another 1 million to anyone I see that will need to be fed. Another 1 million will go with them. I pledge another 1 million to our brothers and sisters in the northeast. I pledge another 1 million to our brothers and sisters in the southwest. Another 1 million to our brothers and sisters in the south of this country. This is how much? I pledge 5 million for the sake of Allah. Each of you go back to your homes, to your families. Take out what you have, give for the sake of Allah. How were the Sahabas able to do it? That their names are written in gold. Abubakar Sadiq said, I give everything for the sake of Allah. Allah elevated him. And these are the people we want to enter into Jannah with. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.